This is a HeadGum podcast.
This week on the program, how did we get back here so soon? It's Shrek 2. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
Eric Shrekska.
And we hate movies.
He looked like Shrek.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in, as always. That's right. Somehow, here we are at Shrek 2 from 2004, directed by Andrew Adamson, Kelly Asbury, and Conrad Vernon. 3 people putting their names on this.
Sure. And Conrad Hilton, did I hear that right?
Connie. Connie.
You know, Don, I want to come on down. I'll show you my dailies for Shrek 2.
No, Dawn, I own Indiana.
I'm going to open a Shrek Hotel. Shrektel.
I was picturing Shrek jumping over the bar to make an old fashioned for Connie.
This is, of course, the sequel to the wildly successful film Shrek. This is the first sequel to ever be nominated for Best Animated Feature. So congratulations, everybody.
We established it last time that Shrek was the reason they added that category. So that category was just the Shrek category.
Yeah.
And they just nominated the new one.
What's your point? I didn't fucking say anything
I'm just
incorrect.
saying, like,
I didn't say anything incorrect.
It's not like this has been 70 years of the Academy. It's been since Shrek 1. That's all I'm saying.
It's 3 years.
And isn't the down? It didn't win, right?
No, it didn't.
So it was for naught.
Well, it
they
was just-
did it all for fucking nothing.
well, first of all, they did it all for the Nookie. Second
fair.
of all,
Oh, right, the Nookie, of
And then
course.
all the money, too.
Can you get the cookie?
this was the highest grossing
Stick it up your
film of 2004, which is crazy.
That's a fucking bonk town.
And I mean, like, yeah, we are overglut with superhero movies. I totally agree. You give me a bill, I will sign it. Yes, less superhero movies. However, Shrek was the highest grossing film of 2004. So maybe
Shrek 2, you mean?
Shrek 2. Yeah. So let's,
Beat out the Incredibles. That's something.
yeah, well, beat out all that shit.
The Incredibles was also 2004?
2004? Oh.
Wow.
I can't remember 2004 other than there was a war on.
Oh, that war that's still going.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry,
yes.
Wars.
It's called Forever Wars.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Dude, this fucking domestic total gross to date, over $441 million.
Jesus Louise.
That's wild. That is fucking wild. And then you wrap in that foreign box office, dude, we are talking almost $1 billion, $919 million plus.
I skipped it. This is my first time around.
The thing is,
Wow.
like, we could hire some computer dorks.
Sure, yeah.
a couple
And
of eggheads.
Exactly. And we could do, like, the voices of, like, some rambunctious rats having a fucking time of their life on Staten
Dude,
Island
it's
or
called
something.
Garbage Rats.
Yeah. Well, the
Oh,
thing-
fuck, dude. We should totally voice Garbage Rats.
but, like, that's all it takes.
I,
You just do some shitty comedy.
You know what that
Big-
Garbage
you know,
Rats
we-
is? There's a real life Garbage Rats coming out. It's that movie. What's it, Kevin? Ugly Dolls?
oh, yeah. That's
There
that
is
thing, yeah.
some movie. This was a thing when we went and saw Captain Marvel.
Sure.
They had a trailer for it. It's a movie about like these dolls.
Rats eating garbage?
No. It's these dolls, and it's kind of like an Island of Misfit Toys situation. And it's one of those movies that's supposed to teach kids like you can be beautiful no matter what you look like kind of movie. But it's just like these disgusting fucking dolls,
And don't worry-
and they're all voiced by big celebrities.
And you learn at the end that you can remake Toy Story and call it whatever the fuck you want.
Hey,
To
kids,
never have an original idea.
it's okay to be different, kids. Rub my bump. I'm a doll.
I mean, like,
I get sexual satisfaction from my bump being rubbed. I'm a doll.
how many times do we have to learn it's okay to be different in the grossest way possible? How
Yeah, I don't
about
know.
there's a kid that's just kind of fat, and that kid learns it's okay to be different, as opposed to a fart-eating ogre
But-
Yeah,
and or a
it's-
doll.
it's-
That,
Steve's idea was just the Andrew Jupin story. It was
Exactly.
Andrew in 6th grade.
exactly, the Steve Zadak story. It's Steve Zadak up till now.
I'll never forget a girl in 6th grade told me that I had bigger boobs than this other girl in 6th grade who definitely had big boobs.
That's gonna hurt your feelings.
It was devastating. It was in front of the whole class.
Yep, and that's
You
and
got
you-
boobs like Shrek.
Look at my titties.
Oh my
that's more
God.
fat bastard.
Now I'm thinking about
probably.
like Shrek and Fight Club,
Oh.
right? Like what Meatloaf's character.
Oh,
Tit Bob.
big loaf,
Yeah.
of, meatloaf
Yeah.
a day. Yeah,
Yeah, he had Shrek tits. They kept saying that throughout that movie.
And
Look
he
at
had the
what we're
cauliflower ears from all the punching. He looked like Shrek.
But Shrek was a solid B, but Bob was like a C
well,
plus
that
D.
was, that was like supernatural
Yeah.
breasts that he had.
I cannot believe this Ugly Dolls cast. Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, Janelle Monáe, Blake Shelton, Pitbull, Gabriel Iglesias, Wanda Sykes, Charlie XCX, Emma Roberts. That ends the list of people.
So wait,
that
are
I
they
know.
just singing? They're
No,
like
they're
all
just-
singers.
It's an
I think
an-
this-
listen, it's an animated adventure in which the free-spirited Ugly Dolls confront what it means to be different, struggles with a desire to be loved, and ultimately discover who you truly are is what matters most.
This is all bullshit. By the way, like in Shrek 2, we'll get there, but
sure. We're working
the
our way to
moral
Shrek
of the
2.
story is not really is it okay to be different, is it's like the folly of the stupidity to not be normal.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they just become human because their life would be so much fucking easier?
But that's not who they are, Eric. It's okay to
but,
be who
but,
you are.
but I have no idea of what they are. I have seen
They're
Shrek.
ogres. They're fucking
No,
ogres.
I've
What are you
seen
talking
Shrek
about?
1. I've seen Shrek 2. That's all I've seen.
Uh-huh.
But
Listen,
they
in
live
the,
in a
in the rest of the movies, they're also fucking ogres, dude.
they live in a magic swamp and they're
Uh-huh.
fucking hanging out with Pinocchios and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I see nothing in that makes me think it's okay to be different. Like, how is any of this
Don't you-
okay?
don't-
How do I see they don't
Whoa, whoa,
enjoy
whoa.
their life?
Whoa, whoa.
Shrek hates his
Whoa,
life.
whoa,
Dude.
Shrek hates Pinocchio coming in to use the fucking
Eric,
microwave.
I hate to hear this from a man who lives in a bog currently. Because we know this, and like I did, like, and you're missing the whole point of the ending. The king is like he had done this whole thing to not be himself,
Yes.
and the whole point is he should have just been himself, his
Well, sure,
fucking
sure.
frog self.
He's wrong.
Question.
He's wrong. But Chris, imagine my life if I didn't live in a bog.
You'd be a lot happier.
It'd be better.
I don't
No one
know.
told you to move to that bog, dude. That was all I
And
knew.
you enjoy farting in it too, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Who doesn't enjoy a fart from time to time?
So Shrek 2
Oh, sure.
is a motion picture from the year 2004,
Right.
wherein we're following all of our characters back from the first one. We open on Prince Charming giving a weird monologue about how dark it is because he was like, oh, I'm going to save Princess Fiona from the castle. He gets Mario. He gets there, and instead of Toad,
Right.
it's the big bad wolf.
Your princess, although is not in another castle, but she is indeed in a bog.
I guarantee you Mario got pissed. Like, Castle 3, Mario's like, the fuck, come on.
I am fucking breaking my plumber balls, going through all these weirdo lands, trying to find this lady.
I killed another dinosaur. My fucking princess is in here. You fucking kidding me?
How many fucking times is this dinosaur gonna fall in lava? Is it the same dinosaur?
Yeah, Luigi. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I can't make the job tomorrow. I gotta go to a fucking castle. This lady's in all these castles.
No way, Luigi. What is that? Yankees tickets? Oh, you are gotta be shitting me.
I guess bring Wario. I mean, what? I gotta stay here overnight. I gotta get to the other fucking castle. This lady's around.
Why doesn't Bowser just hire the plumbers, right? Like,
Yes.
you know he's breaking toilets all right and left.
Oh, sure. They're falling off walls like old Kevin Smith.
But the big bad wolf,
Yes.
he's on some Hannibal shit.
Yeah.
Because he is fucking reading Pork Illustrated and jerking off to like pigs in
Okay.
bathing suits and also eating pork rinds.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The
That
whole
is
like,
weird.
I think
Wow.
the pigs are fucking in that magazine, by the way.
Well, that's
Pork
for sure.
Illustrated.
I mean, well,
the
it's-
pork, it's a double meaning.
Well, no, it's a bathing suit. It's supposed to be the swimsuit episode
But that's
of
what I'm
Sports
saying.
Illustrated.
He's reading it like pornography, but it's food for him. So this is just a weird.
Food fuckers, dude. They are out there. Food fuckers are out there.
George Costanza, right?
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
so. I mean,
But
because I don't like sit around and read about like pizza and get horny. You know what I mean? If I want
What
pizza,
if
I'll
he
But
eat
was-
dude, Steve, imagine if you did.
Imagine
well, that's why I'm
if-
saying it's like Hannibal because he fucks people and he also eats people.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Cabin's
Right.
right.
But like, imagine like seducing and fucking and eating Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a lot.
It would take a lot to
loving.
seduce that guy, though, man. He was pretty fucking mouthy.
And
He never
also,
shut up.
No, you
I would
just
have to airlock myself after that shit.
Why?
Because you have to live with the memory.
Yeah, totally.
That's
You mean
no, like,
cherish the
I would
memory.
like you fuck like a sexy member of Pizza the Hut's race, not Pizza the Hut specifically.
So like
He
a
was
garlic
disgusting.
knot.
No, you shove garlic nuts up your ass, dude. They're little ass beads.
what's this-
I'm a calzone.
You know,
You
if-
can have me
Okay,
all night.
this is a great question. What is
Hi,
the
my
se-
name is Calzone.
What is the sexiest?
I'm here for the fucking.
What is the sexiest item in a pizzeria?
Oh,
Sound
the
off.
baker.
You know what? The baker on the fucking cardboard box I always get with
Oh,
the
yeah.
mustache, that central fat motherfucker that looks like he could go to Plowtown.
Yeah.
You never see him in real life. That's just a cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, it is a cartoon. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I wish they were real.
You're saying you want like a real life equivalent of that guy to be working at a pizzeria?
Exactly. Every pizzeria.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
The
that hasn't existed since like The Godfather 2.
The obvious answer is the square piece.
Oh,
Or the Jamaican beef patty.
Wait, you,
Oh yeah, a lot
The
of
gra-
hollow room in there.
Chris Cabin wants the grandma slice.
Ooh, yeah.
Sicilian style.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, grandma.
he
Hot
winds up.
grandma.
He's the villain of the film.
Who, the
Prince
gran-
Charming.
Oh,
Prince Charming.
yeah.
Yes.
So he's all disappointed to find the wolf is in the bed, and he's like, "Where's the princess?" And the wolf's like, "Oh, what? Oh, on her honeymoon." And he's like, "Honeymoon?" This is Rupert Everett, by the way.
And we cut to a 6-minute Counting Crows song. Holy shit.
Jesus
And
Christ!
it should be Long December. It really should
That's
be.
what it should feel like to go on a honeymoon with Shrek. Long December, never ending.
And there's reason to believe maybe Shrek will kill himself this time around.
So the Little Mermaid Ariel gets washed up on this beach and starts
Yeah.
making out with Shrek, and then Mrs. Shrek tosses her to the sharks.
Yeah, she gets eaten up.
there's a lot of really hacky, oh, Disney's for babies, but Shrek fucks.
Yeah.
That's like a
yeah.
lot of this
I
movie,
mean,
more
yeah,
so than the last movie.
This whole vacation is Shrek getting his fucking ogre dong worked.
Yeah, totally.
But it's not just Disney though, dude, because unless I'm reading it wrong, when they get like their rings made, there's a total like LOTR
Yes.
gag in there
for
where it's
sure.
like, again, that's for pussies.
Out of curiosity-
Shrek fucks.
So it's like, oh, they go on their honeymoon, they're having all these fun adventures. They're getting chased by a lot of people. Like they're like people are out to kill them, and I don't know
That's-
who they are.
That's a good gag that I laughed at is the two of them slow-mo running in a meadow. And then you see the pitchforks flying.
Yeah.
It was a funny visual.
But just
gag.
in general, people like don't want
'Cause they're
ogres
ogres.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I-
they're
I-
just the most persecuted people ever.
I
Gotcha.
can't laugh when Counting Crows is playing.
yeah, no,
It's
I
just a
totally
problem
agree.
with me. I can't do it.
Because you're crying. You're too busy
There's
crying.
no joy in me. It's gone. It's been evaporated. So what can I do here?
Come on, come a little faster. Come on, be a little something.
Come a little faster.
Yeah,
There's a stupid joke in this montage where Shrek is shaving and then she's also shaving.
Yes.
Because get it? They're disgusting.
But it's been it's the whole song, dude. It's
Yeah.
4.5 minutes, and the movie doesn't start.
You know what's surprising? 4 minutes and 38 seconds till a fart joke in this movie.
Because there's no action or
But
like
no, that's-
substance to the film.
That's
until,
restraint. I
Is
think
that-
that's
you think that's
restraint.
restraint?
But it's a romantic fart, which
Oh,
really
that's right.
puts a sour taste.
Well, this
on
is the weird
everything.
thing where like they're like, it's like kind of like, it's a hot tub, but it's like obviously a mud tub, and they catch these fairies and they put them in like jars for their own romance. These sentient fairies, and they make them watch them fuck.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's a fetish.
It's a living. Those fairies know what's up.
no, they're screaming to get out. They're like hitting on the glass.
This is the card we've drawn.
I mean, maybe these ogres deserve to be murdered.
Mm.
That's also possible.
They're persecuting fairies. Nobody
Right?
asked about what the fairies wanted in this universe.
That's true.
We come back to they come back to Shrek's little swamp area there, and Donkey is there. And Donkey has had a fight with Dragon. Like
Who does not appear in this film?
no until
So-
the end. Stinger scene only.
Right. Wait, in the end credits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I turned it right off.
Oh,
Are you?
really?
Oh,
Wait,
it's the
what?
most important.
No, shut up.
scene.
Nobody say anything until we get to it because wow, what a fucking spectacular
Wait.
cock up on your part.
Let me check my notes to see if I just don't remember.
You would
You would remember. There's no way.
You
This
would
is a
remember. You would
major.
remember.
It's an abomination.
No.
Oh, I can't wait to
No.
get there.
That's
No,
so
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
You'll be screaming.
I love that. Apparently, on this honeymoon, they've not had any sex really,
What?
Yeah.
because they're home and they're like, "Hey, donkey, you got to get out of here because now we got to fuck."
I think I think they've been fucking the whole time,
And we're
they
just
wanna
going to keep
the-
that
keep
ball
the fuck
rolling,
train going,
like
yeah.
It's
Raiders
just
of the Lost
he's
Ark.
got Shrek's got that swampy crotch. You know what I mean?
Well, he's also got to take a mud shower because he's been traveling all
Yeah,
day.
that's true. I
That's
never
true.
understand the mud shit.
Also, Donkey's annoying.
Yes.
Shrek hates like just fucking kill him. I know it. I mean, the thing is like, oh, I know it's for children, but like you're an ogre. Ogres are known for killing other mammals or whatever.
You just the shallowed fucking Ariel, the mermaid.
Yeah, exactly.
So what the fuck? Who cares if you killed the damn donkey?
I
Well,
want
she wasn't voiced by anybody the
That-
stature of Eddie
that's
Murphy.
fair.
I want to compliment this movie real quick.
Oh,
Sure.
please.
I think the animation's way better than Shrek 1.
It absolutely
Yep.
is.
Oh, sure.
It's an
Yeah.
upgrade, especially on the people.
Yeah.
Like they look like people. They have like because I remember last time it was like doll people, like a flappy kind of.
It's
almost.
way more like Sims.
Yes, in the
You
first
know.
one, and then this one there's like the people have because there's actually a lot of people in this movie, like actual like.
I feel,
faces.
and that's probably why.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
like, oh shit, there's like a lot more humans in this. We better buckle down, do our homework, and make these faces look right.
And then like the only people that anyone gave, the only characters that there's definitely a test audience of like who are the enchanted people you want to see back in Shrek 2, and it's Pinocchio. The Big Bad Wolf, I guess, was a killer.
Yeah.
Loved the Big Bad Wolf.
Definitely.
Gingerbread Man.
Gingerbread Man, and then the Three Blind Mice are also involved.
And the pigs.
And the pigs, and
pigs.
they all
My-
kind of
my
come
Well,
over.
but who are we missing?
I mean, like,
Mason Verger to wrangle the pigs.
welcome back, Shrek. Yeah, Shrek, we deal with our problems in the swamp a little differently.
Yeah, see, like the
Bardell! Bardell!
swamp's technically on the property of my chateau.
Yeah, that's right. He made me eat my face, Shrek.
Oh, the blind mice sound wonderful, Verdell. Oh, my, listen to them.
You know, Shrek, you should try having a pig eat your face. Might do some good.
It couldn't hurt, man.
So, right when this part, like, they kind of barge into Shrek's house again. The barging always drives me crazy. And because he just wants to fuck. He's like, Donkey, get the fuck out of my house. Because Donkey and Dragon are having a row. He's like, I don't give a shit. That's your problem.
So Donkey wasn't house sitting?
he says he was, but he uninvitedly. Like basically,
Oh,
it's like
it wasn't
if you
an
went
assignment.
on vacation and
yeah.
broke into your house.
Beanie, dude.
Totally.
I
And look,
see.
Lord knows what that dude's sniffing, what he's eating.
Well,
Oh,
apparently
yeah.
he bought them fish.
Yeah.
The goldfish in this bowl that are now dead.
They're deceased.
You would get a restraining order against this donkey. Like donkey, this is
course.
just this is out of control. Donkey.
I mean, he's got a hole in a rock as his home. I don't think he had to do a lot of breaking in it. He had to jump.
I think you're right. The most people like Shrek for is that he's got a fucking roof. It's like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
plumbing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, awesome.
People take advantage of Shrek right and left, and now when
Hey man, can I just crash on your couch for a couple of months, Shrek, until I get my shit together?
Shrek, I'm just trying to get some pixie dust to tie me over, man.
Come on, Shrek. I helped out, man. I fucking cleaned your toilet.
Yeah,
Wait,
man.
that wasn't the toilet?
Yeah, man. My dragon kicked me out.
Don't my old lady give me a bunch of shit, Shrek, and I'm cold.
Shrek, my dragon lady, man, she tried to fucking drop an ATM on me, man. I was like, come on, dragon.
I mean, I like her because she can breathe fire to heat up the spoon and all, but wow.
So it's like, oh, everybody get out of my house. Here's a message from the king. And I guess this is all part of one kingdom. Because I was under the impression
Far, far away.
Yeah, I was under the
Yeah.
impression that what John Lithgow in the last movie was the king.
Yeah,
I guess he was a
Lord,
prince.
Lord Farquaad.
Oh, I
He's
guess
a
he was-
lord.
Oh, he's just the lord
which
of the man.
now his castle's like Heron Hall, which is like it's just completely burnt out and destroyed. So
It's like
there's-
when Kevin Costner comes back from the Crusades and his dad's been fucking mummified like a spider in that bird cage.
Yes, exactly.
That's just what's going on
It's
at
like
Lithgow's.
it was like a fiefdom that has now been unseated, and I guess it just now the rulership just applies to the most local liege lord, which
Well,
might be far, far
Hey
away.
man, get out of my fiefdom. I've been squatting in this fucking webbed up man's castle, man.
Squatters' rights, man. No, I'm a lord.
They definitely blinded the magic mirror. Just like, you
Oh,
can't-
yeah. The original treatment for this film,
Uh-oh.
which made the original writers walk afterwards, I think, something like that.
Wow,
made
Whoa,
them walk.
what?
Well, because they didn't want it, which was the ghost of John Lithgow haunts the movie essentially.
Wow.
And like it's like about like they're dealing with him again.
But weren't we talking about this though? They wound up doing that on one of those like
Like
direct.
Oh,
Halloween.
they
Halloween.
did do it.
One of
directly,
them
yes.
is,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they
Maybe
turned it into
it's-
something.
Yeah, because it's definitely Lord Farquaad's
So they-
Oh, no, that's
ghost.
not it. It was William Steig who was against it, who was the
Oh, yeah.
guy who owned the rights, who actually died by the time this movie came out.
Good.
Good for him, man. Lucky.
He got out before all the Christmas specials.
So it's the king and queen of Far Far Away are like, hey, we want to see our daughter Fiona. We heard that she was rescued, and your beautiful prince should come along. And like apparently, we're although we're watching television later, which is bizarre.
Well, here,
There's no phones or anything we can
well,
call him.
you screwed it up a bit because
Oh, please.
they think she's gonna come to marry Prince Charming.
Got it.
They
Yeah.
don't know about the marriage.
Oh, I
They
see.
send a fucking bunch of horn players, and one of them does Hawaii 5-0 because I noticed that.
There's so much of that in this movie, and it's really amped up to like. It's not just for like the adults in the room, it's for the adults 65 and older.
Yes.
Because who could fucking possibly care about that theme song?
No, we were a decade out from the fucking remake.
So, I mean, so they get the message and they go to. There's this long, fucking insane scene where they're going. They're like, "Are we there yet?
Oh my God.
Are we there yet,
Dude, I was fucking pulling my beard out of my face
I
watching that.
guess little kids love the annoying donkey shit.
Of course.
yeah.
Like
of
oh
course.
my God, he's so annoying. That's so funny though. Like
Here's the thing I'm going to do to my dad in the car
Yeah.
on the way home from the movies.
But I mean, the beginning of this movie is it's a montage. We might fuck, and now we're bored. Like literally, this whole sequence is like, man, I'm bored. Man, I'm bored.
So what I was saying about the Kingdom of Far, Far Away being like Los Angeles is like this movie positions the idea that America exists in the Shrek verse.
Yeah, sure.
Because later on, someone's like, "Oh, Shrek, that's an exotic name. Are you from Europe?" So Europe is recognized as an
That's an interesting
outside
point, yeah.
thing.
I don't know what that
I don't
means.
under-
It doesn't mean anything because these screenplays are all like we're just throwing shit in there.
Yeah, like Joan Rivers
For
is
a
going to
cheap
exist
joke.
for no reason.
Because
Right.
when they start their little road trip before all of the "Are we there yet?" jokes, Donkey's just singing the fucking Rawhide theme song.
yeah,
So what is that? Like I know it's not supposed to be a thing where Donkey is. You're not supposed to think that Donkey is a fan of the show Rawhide
yeah.
and knows that tune. It's just a dumb thing that they insert because these screenplays are fucking Mad Libs.
It's the same thing with Hawaii 5-0. Like, it's just these things that, like, don't you get it? We watch the same shit you do.
Yeah, there's
And
no
that's
joke
the
on
thing.
there.
Yeah, there's nothing to it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Like, and once we get there, all the jokes are, I wrote them all fucking down.
Wow, good for you.
All these goddamn like sub the good place puns.
Yes.
Of like Burger Prince, Versace,
Wasn't there like a Fat Friars fast food place?
Baskin Robin Hood, Saxon Fifth Avenue,
Yeah,
Oh,
this-
Old
man.
Knavery.
There is also a play on Rodeo Drive to drive home the LA thing. I forget what it was, but it's there.
And
Because
the
there's also
lethal-
there's a Hollywood sign that says "Far, Far Away,"
Yes.
which is very.
and Lethal Arrow 4.
Oh, that's
Oh man, that's when
like Lethal Weapon. Oh, that's fucking dumb as shit.
that's
that's
when
when-
that elf Jet Li shows up. In this movie.
And also, isn't the tune Electric Avenue playing?
yes. And that's again like, oh, that's kind of fun. And we get there, and like everyone throws up when they see Shrek and Fiona, because also the weird thing about this movie is they kind of, I think what they're trying to emotionally get at with Fiona is like, it's really fucked up that her parents locked her in a castle,
Yeah.
and they keep bringing that up really specifically, but they never have any kind of
It's the
rectifying of it.
It's the only like leg to stand on that Shrek has in any argument.
Yes.
Is like
You fucking locked her in a castle.
exactly like John Cleese as the king and
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews as the queen. Like mainly more the king is like talking shit, and all Shrek has to throw back at the wall is like, oh yeah, well at least I didn't lock her in a castle. What do you have to say to that? And that argument happens like 2 or 3 times, but you're right. There's no real rectifying it. Like Cameron Diaz kind of has a scene with John Cleese at the end of the movie, but it's not even really about any of that. It's about how he's been shitty to Shrek, and that's it.
And now I know it's medieval times, so like, and I don't agree with this, but like under that law, if Shrek sacks this castle, therefore then he should have the right to pillage whatever is inside.
Yeah.
In accordance to time at that time.
I mean, if you want to defend him in a court of law, you are welcome to do it. I'm not. I mean, I just don't like, it's like false equivalency. Like Shrek does try to be nice to this king at first, and then later they're like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, yes, he did. Well, and then like the whole thing is the king is a complete piece of shit.
Yes.
But you can't say he's a complete piece of shit.
Yes.
He has to be like a good guy at the end.
He's the character I sided with the most because
that makes complete sense.
He tries to hire a hitman to kill Shrek, which is one of my favorite sequences.
Well, there's also like we're also doing a lot more of the oh my god, ogres are a persecuted class, and like it's the way that the filmmakers describe this film is like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, but with Shrek instead.
Sure,
but that you
That's
can't do that.
fantastic.
And like there's also this line where he's like, "Well, I guess I won't be invited to their country club," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you can't just. It's not 1-to-1. You can't just say that the way black people are treated in America is exactly like ogres are. By the way, it's a joke. By the way, there's no black people anywhere in this fucking enchanted land. Eddie Murphy doesn't count because he's a fucking donkey."
Especially because they don't really delineate what the world is.
Exactly.
What the history of the ogres in this world are. What the fuck?
How
It's
many
just
ogres
him.
are there?
That's why it's the biggest problem. Is because as far as we know, there's just 2.
Yes.
Well, I was thumbing the dial the other night, and Freeform was
Did
doing a little.
the dial get off?
So after
Thank
my
you,
remote
dial.
control came in my face,
Uh-huh.
I was able to put on
Sure.
the channel Freeform, which was doing a marathon.
Formerly ABC Family.
And they were doing a marathon of these Shrek movies.
Sick.
And I caught one segment of, I think it was
Shrek the Third.
or 4.
Shrek
maybe it was
Forever
4.
After.
Fourth one's the one where you
And
see
there's
more of
an
them.
ogre resistance brewing.
Yes.
Whoa!
And there's
Getting
a
more political.
bunch of Shreks. And then I changed the channel.
I mean, they're all like the Homer like all the Homer siblings and cousins.
God, that's always weird when they had those.
And they like one has a helmet, the other one like only has like a dress on or something.
And it's just like 30 different voice tracks of Mike Myers yelling.
It's a no Shreks club. We're allowed to have one.
I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure they changed to Freeform from ABC Family so they can show anything with gay people on it. And people are like, fucking gay people on ABC fucking Family? I gotta watch this with my family?
I thought it was just to increase playing movies like Harry Potter. So
Yeah.
you're not accused of
Witchcraft.
promoting witchcraft.
I
Yeah, exactly.
gotta watch this with my family.
This I have to see. Now that you should see.
I'm chained to the TV and it's only got Freeform on it. You're making me watch it.
We do see a sign for a fairy godmother business that this is what was confusing was the sign makes it look like it's a thing for a strip club.
Yeah.
But she's not.
It's a famous billboard. I remember it featured prominently in Get Shorty, and it's like a porn star or something.
Okay.
With heavy bosoms, and they. I don't know. I forget what the lady's name is, but it is something that's been in Hollywood for a while.
Oh, I see.
Thank you, Chris, because every single female animated character in this movie is fucking stacked.
Oh, yeah.
And the cleavage is out of control.
It's like Baywatch.
I don't know what we're talking. Even the fairy godmother, she's an older lady. She's got rotund bosoms.
Well, dude, it's Jennifer Saunders, man.
No, I know that, and it's fine, but
But
also
even Julie Andrews has huge tits in there.
she does. Everyone does. Julie Andrews. Fiona's got huge tits
John
both ways.
Cleese.
Everyone's got Shrek tits. in
It
this
just, I
thing.
mean, like, it's just literally like, oh man, everybody's. Like, it's just this thing where like men are clearly animating it. It's for like, hey dads, you want to come see Shrek too? You go to see fucking Fairy
you
Godmother?
want to pop one off watching fucking ABC Family?
Oh
Wow.
man,
It's kind of crazy, took my kid to see this stupid Shrek movie, but I don't know. Now I think I want to fuck cartoons.
I have to hide my boner in the popcorn.
I will say I don't think to go back to our previous episode. I don't believe this is a chuckle boner or whatever.
No, no,
Chuckle dick?
Chuckle
no,
dick.
it's not supposed to be chuckle dick.
Yeah, it's nobody's supposed to be beaten off to this. They could if they chose to.
definitely.
sure.
I guarantee you, hundreds, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe.
Hundreds of
Hundreds of
Well,
thousands.
think about-
Thousands of people have not
Okay.
jerked off to
Well,
Shrek.
you just mentioned recently the box office.
Yeah.
Think about it, dude. Do the numbers. Put VOD in there. Put DVD. I would say 100,000 people have jerked off to Shrek 2.
I would say less than 1,000 people have jerked off.
Ooh, I
to
would
Shrek.
love to.
You
Do,
are-
I wish.
I wish I could see the world through your naive eyes.
I wish you could do a fucking actual Price is Right kind of thing with this. Like if we knew what the answer was.
We're like one.
one person jerked off to Shrek 2.
And they're in this room right now.
I'm going with 99,000.
Oh wow, what a dick move! You just totally undercut Eric. Now he's
you know
screwed.
what? I seriously, it's probably more than 100,000. It's probably 101, 102,000. There's definitely been a lot of spunk made.
Here's what I will say. I don't think this particular movie people have pleasured themselves, but guaranteed those fucking DeviantArt, like, you want to see Fiona and Shrek get it on? Then subscribe to my DeviantArt page. That
Yeah.
stuff
Oh
definitely.
man, I could use a fucking fairy godmother DeviantArt.
Yeah, exactly. That I'm
But
talking
think about
500,000 people.
Nobody jerks off to the Shrek Fiona one. They jerk off to the Shrek Fiona donkey three-way.
Oh yeah,
nice.
That's the
But
money
see, there's
maker.
many
There's
different
a donkey punch in that, you think?
There's
Better be.
there's many combinations you can make.
There is, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
of
infinite.
cartoon sex.
Well, for
Capades?
Shrek 2
Well,
sex.
well, that's the thing because we're also, by the way, we're doing we're very clearly trying to expand this universe.
Oh, sure.
And like introduce all sorts of new characters and do all sorts of stuff. So they get in. It's a awkward dinner scene, and
It's one of those, like, they're trying to have conversation any way possible. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
Shrek gags on a spoon. That's a fetish.
Fiona burps and she's like, "Oh, excuse me." And Shrek's like, "Oh, you know what I always say, better out than in."
yikes!
What? What are you talking? Like eating burps?
Well, I guess you shouldn't hold in your gas.
Oh,
You
sure.
vomit. There is a scene where Donkey tries to eat a lobster. That disturbed me greatly.
Mm.
Does anybody else like the idea of a donkey eating
Why is that disturbing?
like they eat apples and shit and hay. Like I don't know the
Yeah.
idea of a donkey eating meat.
Here's
I
It's like a
guarantee you
fucking
it's
nightmare.
I guarantee you it's happened.
But why I think it's so disturbing, at least what I found weird about it, unless I'm remembering it wrong, is like he uses his little like donkey hoof
Yes.
to like shred the shell open.
Yikes.
That was horrifying. I was like, how sharp are those hooves?
And he knows what to do.
That's the other thing. He knows what he doesn't just like bite into it like an idiot, like not peeling a banana or something.
Yeah.
He knows that like you have to break the shell before you
Well,
can get
he's
the meat.
crushed a bunch of exoskeletons before. Do you think he's like eating spiders and shit?
Could you imagine?
Absolutely.
Think about
Beetles? Beetle
Close your
eating?
eyes. Think
Are you
about
okay
a
with it? You okay with a donkey eating a beetle?
That's a bug. I'm fine.
Well, what is a lobster? It's
I
just
mean,
a
like-
bigger bug.
Think
Bigger
about a horse.
project.
Ocean bugs.
Think
Yeah.
about a horse eating a fish. Like you know what I mean? Like a huge
Yeah.
horse with a goddamn salmon in its mouth. That's
Sure.
disgusting.
No, that is weird. It's just out of place.
One time I saw a horse eat beefaroni. It was on television. in Seinfeld.
Rusty.
So, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they've eaten all kinds of combos.
What would have you done if he had dipped it in butter?
Oh, that would be far too much.
You would have given up. You would have
Because
just walked
how
into
would
the
he
ocean.
know to do it? How would you know? How would a donkey know to dip
Well,
something
because
in
he went
butter?
to ye old Red Lobster, or whatever
Yeah,
nonsense
that's
we're
actually
doing
true.
in
He's
this
been
world.
fucking dragons. His whole fucking world's
Yeah,
exploded.
that's-
I mean,
yeah,
he's
I
in a
guess
new
it's-
world.
He's already eaten dragon.
Oh,
man.
true.
There is
Yes.
it turns really awkward when children are mentioned. Shrek is uncomfortable because like I'm not ready to have kids yet. The dad's throwing up at the idea that his daughter would get knocked up by Shrek.
But she's also a Shrek.
Well, now she's a Shrek.
Only at night, apparently, right? And the curse would have been lifted if she just stayed in that tower.
Well, the other thing about, if you remember the first movie, which why would you? But the thing was, the curse was the humanity, right? Like it was like, oh,
Yeah.
you have to flip that shit around.
I totally forgot about that.
No, exactly. So
Yeah.
then how did this happen? How did this? Well, I guess because of the frog business at the end, that just throws off the bloodline kind of a thing.
I mean,
I guess that's the dark curse. Like you're like, oh yeah, you want to be a frog that turns into a man. You're gonna have you're gonna give birth to a little Shrek girl.
What I think it is.
That makes sense.
Sometime in the history of Far, Far Away, like in the recent history, so maybe like, I don't know, 40 years before the events of this
Right,
film.
so not a long time ago,
Right.
in a far, far away.
Exactly.
Just a recent time.
There
ago.
was a nuclear power plant
Got it.
that there was a total meltdown,
Mhm.
and the entire kingdom was just irradiated.
Oh, that's awesome.
So now it's a thing where sometimes in this world, there's a birth defect, and where two human beings could have a baby, but then it looked like Shrek.
Is this like the Flash origin you're doing?
yes, exactly.
I think it's my origin. My parents banged in Chernobyl.
By the way, before you go and see the King Queen, you know what you want to get? Some Farbucks coffee.
Oh, right.
Man.
Yeah,
Farbucks, dude, while he is totally singing the fucking theme song to the Beverly Hillbillies. I just
This donkey loved fucking classic television.
dude, this donkey just eats up pop culture, man. He's a little pop culture scavenger.
So Fiona gets upset at this dinner. She locks herself in her childhood bedroom. There's a lot of awkward business.
Well, this is where the first argument about like, oh, I guess you thought it was okay to lock her in a tower
Which
shit happens.
Again, is that's true. Like she lived room, and like no one's dealing with it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
well, everyone's just gleefully ignoring it, including her. She
Yeah.
doesn't deal with it.
well, yeah. There's no ye old therapist back then.
Oh man, Farbucks.
So that night, the fairy godmother comes to the castle. This is voiced by Jennifer Saunders from Ab Fab, which
Huge
reminded
tits,
me.
by the way. I'm sorry, just huge tits.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
gotta let
fairy
everybody know
godmother.
you can't have a
Okay.
female character unless she's fucking stacked.
Well, this is 2004, which was probably the worst time in
Human history. One
probably.
of.
One of.
We're in there.
One of.
So
No, I was just gonna say, watching this reminded me of how fucking totally terrible that Ab Fab movie was that came out a couple
Yeah.
years ago. Good lord,
It was
Like,
unfortunate.
I'd seen some of that television show and I thought
It's
it
really
was
funny, yeah.
That fucking movie is just, it's so bad.
we had to bring back the '90s in full, and it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. We just have to fucking do it.
whole hog. She's also in Coraline doing a voice. And she's really good.
Yeah, she's really good. This fucking song, by the way, like I did say
What song are you talking about?
the fairy godmother song.
She comes in and starts singing a
She
song.
starts singing a
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Like, so,
Basically only
She's
talks.
singing a song,
Sonny
Sonny Boy.
Boy.
She's singing a song.
She basically only talks in song.
well, so one thing I say about this movie is that the first one was way more like perverse.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot more in the first one.
Yep.
yeah.
But like they are a little bit more stealthy about it in this one. Like in the song, I've noticed these lyrics for a happy ending, call Fiona.
Yep.
They do a Marilyn Monroe skirt lift.
Oh, dude,
Right.
someone was J.O. in somewhere.
And there's there's a mention of a roll in the hay.
So Fiona-
Something about a sexy tush.
And she has a manservant named Kyle.
Yes,
does
the
indeed.
sexy chauffeur, which is he's given the googly eyes, the sexual Google eyes.
It's the sexual Google eyes. Is that their next product?
I fucking hope. I mean,
You
Google
would-
should
Google-
get. He should get. The Google should get into the sex trade already.
Yes, the sex eyes
they're in
trade.
it. Well, they tried the Google glasses. Nobody liked those. So the Google sex eyes are better.
And sex went plummeted after
Hey,
that.
you know, you could take these Google glasses to a showing of Shrek too, man, and they're like fucking if you wear them.
Google glasses, they're fucking if you wear them.
I'll make you fancy.
Boring
I'll-
Thanksgiving dinner. Put on your glasses. They'll be fucking when you wear them.
Listen to these lyrics. I'll make you fancy. I'll make you great. The kind of gal a prince would date. They'll write your name on the bathroom wall.
What?
For a happy ever after, give Fiona a call.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ.
A sporty carriage to ride in style. A sexy man boy chauffeur Kyle. Vanish your blemishes. Tooth decay, cellulite, thighs will fade away. A hool in a hay. Have a Bichon freeze. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's
dog.
the dog, right? Nip and tuck here and there to land that prince with the perfect hair. Lipstick liner, shadow blush to get that prince with a sexy tush. Lucky day, hunk buffet. For the lipstick, a roll in the hay.
Oh
You
my
can
God.
swoon on the moon with the prince to this tune. Don't be sad, you'll be fab. Your prince will have rock hard abs. Cheese souffle, Valentine's Day. Have some chicken fricassee.
Are you going on the moon? Is that where? That's where I am.
Get out of here, fairy godmother.
This is fucking disgusting. It's just
Yeah.
like turn your body into a sexual buffet for some stranger named Kyle, and plus whoever else is in the men's room reading this on the wall.
That's the craziest
Yeah.
part, dude. That old bathroom
fucking
gag.
happily ever after, dude.
Yep, absolutely.
Bob Kraft got one earlier.
Yeah, the fairy godmother's last client was Bob Kraft.
She's in all these pictures with Donald Trump. With
It's the fairy godmother, Donald Trump, and 4 Chinese ladies. Yes.
It's Willem Dafoe praying to the fairy godmother. He won't recognize me.
It's also revealed here that Prince Charming is somehow the fairy godmother's son. That's
Sure.
weird.
So basically, that doesn't work, and we also get a lot more Disney shit here too, like the fucking
Beauty and the Beast.
a lot of Beauty and the Beast. We're like Beauty and the Beast is for stupid babies. Shrek rules.
Yep.
So basically, Shrek I think kicks her out, and then she goes up to the king, and John Cleese, and she's like, "Look, we had a deal. You were supposed to." Your daughter was supposed to marry my son, and he was going to inherit your kingdom.
It's a weird, the mafia, let's go for a ride
Yeah,
scene,
totally.
which is so bizarre.
She's got all these goons in this movie. Like she's a villain, and she's unlikable. But I kind of feel like it's almost ill-defined that she's a villain. Am I wrong there? Like you always kind of expect her not to be, or you expect the real villain to manifest.
I think it's a thing where it's like, okay, so who's the real? Like, she's a heavy, but who's
Yes,
like
on top.
What's the big thing going to be? And then when you realize like there isn't a big thing, and this movie is only 93 minutes long, and you're like, oh, this is the whole conflict. Is just this fairy godmother.
Yeah.
The
character.
issue is that she almost never comes in conflict with Shrek himself.
Yes, exactly.
They're always like cutting around that.
Yeah,
She's more in conflict with the king and Fiona.
So she's basically like, look, take care of it. You have to get rid of the Shrek guy. And basically he goes to this club, this bar, to hire an assassin to get Shrek whacked. He goes to the bada bing.
Yep.
He goes to the bing.
Yep. This is kind of insane. Assassination order.
It's ridiculous. Also, because like you already have Prince Charming, who is the son of the fairy godmother.
Yeah.
He's like Jamie Lannister of this kingdom. He's
Yeah.
like the
He looks
best
like Jamie
swordsman.
Lannister. He
does look
Exactly.
actually.
He definitely does.
Have him just kill Shrek.
Yeah.
What's
like
the
you're
problem?
you're a big brave prince.
Yeah.
But I guess the idea is if it looks like an accident, Fiona will be driven into Prince Charming's
I
arms.
guess
Oh.
if it's the murderer of her husband, she wouldn't be as into it. I guess that's an argument.
Prince Charming has a fucking really dated line in this little mafia ride along where he's like,
He supports the Iraq War.
I mean, I think anyone who is against it will have egg on their face in like 1 year when this thing's over, guys.
Look, we did it for the
1
right
year.
reason. It just wasn't done right. Okay, it
I mean,
didn't go the way I thought it would.
Saddam had to be taken out, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he just had to be taken out.
He says that like when he went to Fiona's tower, all he found was a quote, some gender confused wolf.
There is
Whoa.
a lot of that in this movie.
Is that right?
It's everywhere.
Well, the ugly stepsister.
There's the ugly stepsister coming up, and then Pinocchio's wearing ladies' underwear, and that's a gag too.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
There's just so much of like, oh my God, could you imagine if men either dressed as women or identified as women, or
But Steve, could you imagine?
wouldn't that be I'm slapping my knee laughing at this stuff.
When they get to the bar, I will give again. Here's another positive note. Like in the first one, they bastardized Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah by just making it go over images of them farting and kissing and whatever.
Yeah.
Farting and fucking.
But this one, at least, they use both a Tom Waits song and a Nick Cave song, but they give actual characters like Captain Hook
Yeah,
is
well-
singing for Tom Waits.
I know
Right.
Captain Hook sings for both of them, which
Oh,
is
does
kind
he?
of bizarre.
That
where
is
he's like,
weird.
He turns from Tom Waits. Like they come in and he's singing "Little Drop of Poison," and then later in the movie, it's "People Ain't No Good" by Nick Cave. And like, so this guy is just either doing great covers, or maybe he's like, well, you know, maybe for this song, I'll probably sing like this. What if this song I had a weird Australian accent? That's kind of fun.
Well, when he's Tom Waits, he's dried out.
Oh, I see.
I can't believe these artists agreed to this.
Yeah,
Right?
it checks it.
It's not
This
good.
this ugly stepsister who like runs this bar.
Yeah.
The drawing of the ugly stepsister looks like Artie Lang with face makeup on.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
And this is Larry King, yeah?
Is it Larry King?
I think it's Larry
Oh,
King who does
really?
the voice.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that
I
does
see.
Oh my
kind of ring.
lord, is
ring
that
true.
for real?
Yeah, I think that's for real.
Gotta get the bagels at Fairfax.
So he
Busting the
Shrek question. What does Fiona have that really makes you love her?
Confirmation: Chris Cabin is correct.
Wow. We're busting the water from Shrek York.
King, whatever your name is. Did you lock Fiona in the tower?
Expand
Yes
on
or no?
that. Expand on that.
That's actually a better move. Is if it's the ugly stepsister, and it turns out it's like literally just Larry King,
Just
with the
animate that.
with
Yep.
the suspenders, with the glasses.
That should have been. Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah, exactly. That's a joke. But so he's like, give me the best assassin you have. It's just so happens to be Puss in Boots, Antonio Banderas.
Which I think is the best part of this movie.
Absolutely. Well, first of all,
Yes.
looks a lot like my cat, which we've discussed on other episodes. Anytime I'm watching my cat on screen, I'm like, oh, that's adorable.
I thought this was why Eric liked this more.
The
Because
cat?
there's a cat featured.
I do think this movie is better than one. I think it's one of the rare sequels that is better than the original, but it's still garbage. The cat is nice. There's a bit later on in the movie that I did like where they parody cops.
Oh, the
Yeah.
knights.
Remember this? Yeah, yeah. And they're pulling off a dime bag off of Puss in Boots that's catnip, and it got a legitimate laugh.
Oh, wow. There you go. It's a legit
It
laugh.
happened.
It does. You're going to get a legit laugh. You're going to watch a comedy.
And
It's
he's
gonna
also
happen.
Puss in Boots is also like the one non-sexualized character in this.
Yes. Until the end for a little. Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry. You skipped it. You missed the stinger.
The stinger, he's fucking things.
We'll talk about
well,
it.
there's
We'll
a
get
lot
there.
to talk about in this thing.
why would you watch a stinger?
Because I knew it was like I knew the scene was in the movie and it wasn't at the end, so I was like, it's got to be a stinger. Then.
Yeah,
It's John Cleese, and he's like, "Oh, hey, big scary assassin." You don't know what it is, and
right.
it's like,
you see, like in shadow, like
Yeah.
feet on a desk.
and it's Antonio Banderas, and he's having a fucking blast in this movie.
What I always liked about this character, and I realized rewatching this last night, I know for a fact that I've seen this movie multiple times. I remembered almost nothing about it,
Sure.
which was really
There's
stunning.
nothing here. It's like fluff.
But it's weird though, because I expected going in to be like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh fuck, like I have no idea what's going on. I don't remember
Yeah.
any of this movie. But what I've always liked about this character is that they let him have like little cat things.
Yes, yeah.
So like I like that he like just has to stop and like spit up a hairball.
yeah.
I don't know why that works for me.
Oh, no,
Maybe I
I
should
was-
keep watching that Netflix show.
Or
I
the
don't
the
fucking
cat
know.
eyes thing. Where it's
Yeah, like all that stuff.
"Aw."
Like they fuse parts of like the actual animal,
And he's
into
well
the
animated
jokes.
too. Like
He looks
yes.
pretty good.
Yeah, he holds up. The so the thing is like, he's like, I'll do the job for you or whatever. And the thing
Yeah.
is
we
like,
are the only real evil left.
I wish you had a little candle, little
Drink
cat.
some olive oil from my olive farm.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Cat Stephen Ray is going to put you in a coffin.
He picks the olives by hand. He doesn't use the rake to abuse them.
He doesn't use his claws to abuse them.
I had forgotten that movie. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yes, suck it,
Yes,
Cabin.
we were mentioning previous episode, Life Itself.
Garbage town.
The so he's like, I'll do it for you. And there's this thing where it's like literally mafia situation where
Sure.
it's like, he's like, oh Shrek, why don't you meet me tomorrow? No, by the back. It's like, in the forest, you'll meet me by a tree.
It's even more terrifying though. He's like, why don't you come with me on my morning hunt?
Yeah.
Deep into the
What?
woods? No, I'm not going into the forest with you and a fucking gun.
Dick Cheney shit.
Shrek, why don't we go to the Pine Barrens?
Hey Shrek, have you ever been to the Meadowlands? Let's go.
Let's go to a strip club. You'll get your knob polished, and I'll have a good time. And then, you're dead in the bathroom.
Yes, let's go to the Bada Beauty and the Beast.
You're getting good at these, Kevin. You should write a Shrek movie.
You should write a Shrek movie.
What are the extra ones?
So it's him and Donkey. They're in the woods like, oh, he's supposed to be here. He's not here. Puss in Boots comes out. There's a lot of fun business. And like he thwarts him immediately. It's like, well, I guess I will be in the rest of the movie now. Like I like the character. There's no reason for this character to be in this movie.
Nope.
They
None at
can't
all.
figure, like they love the idea of it. Like, oh, it's a cat. He's cute. He's funny. He's dangerous. And it's all Poochie, but they have no idea
Yes.
why he would be in the movie.
This character turns on a fucking dime from being assigned to assassinate this Shrek
Yes.
to calling him boss.
Yes.
Like within the same scene.
Yeah.
When they're walking into the forest, by the way, I have to keep mentioning this because I don't know who the fuck they're for. They're walking into the forest, and they're like, Shrek's like, oh, we're going to go meet somebody. And Donkey is like, who are we going to meet? Is it Shirley Bassey?
Yeah.
If you don't know who Shirley Bassey is, she sang 3 fucking Bond songs. Like, who the flying shit is that joke for?
5 minutes later, Donkey's singing "Ain't No Stopping Us Now."
Yeah.
This song doesn't exist in this fucking universe.
But like specifically
Yeah.
Shirley Bassey, like, is he just gonna start singing Diamonds Are Forever? Like, I don't understand why of all the people that when Shrek is like, we're gonna go to the forest and meet somebody, the writers were like, we'll have Donkey say Shirley Bassey.
And like there's like a 6-year-old kid like, yes! Oh yes!
The Goldfinger theme song is my favorite.
It's like if Coraline, if she went into the other universe and Hey Ya just started playing for no fucking reason.
That doesn't happen in that movie.
Does not happen in that
I
movie.
never saw it. So I
It's a
just
great movie.
I assume every animated movie is full of fucking crap pop culture nonsense.
Hey Ya's still good.
You're the one that
Wow.
shat on it 5 seconds ago.
No, hey ya.
No, I know. I'm saying he's the one that's like, oh,
Yes, I know. He just Chris
No,
Kelly.
because
Because it's not in the universe.
know,
It doesn't
I know.
fucking matter.
I love that in the little skirmish here before Puss in Boots is calling him boss. There's a little bit of a fight, and like Donkey tries to help out. He just fucking donkey kicks Shrek in the narts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, oh, you got, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, oh no, you got them. You got me nuts. You hit me right in the nuts.
Donkey says of this cat, give him the Bob Barker treatment.
What is that? Oh, neuter.
Snip,
oh, wow.
snap.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he's really scared that they're gonna do it right there, and that Shrek's just gonna bite him off.
Oh, right, like those detectives grab him and put him on a table like in Fight Club. And he's about to cut his dick.
Oh no, the rubber band around my bars. This is very bad. If only my other look. I am a Tyler Durden. Okay, let's just get out of these.
You know, sometimes I come in the bouillabaisse and then I edit the movie so that there's a picture of a dick right in there. You know, the kids are coming to see Shrek too, and there's a big fucking dick.
Yeah, that whole part of Fight Club I've always wondered about because like for that to happen,
Sure.
like he's working at a movie theater where he's playing like a family film. Tyler Durden needs to be in possession of his own personally owned 35mm pornography film.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he's got it.
It is the house with the cock in the walls.
Well, because like
Better movie, by the way.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
Dude, it's just a fucking staircase and Jack Black's walking up and there's a bunch of glory holes and these things are flopping out of him.
It wouldn't be a movie, Eric. It would be like a Punch and Judy show, and then the puppeteer would just show his genitals.
Puppeteers, man, all perverts, all of them.
So he's like, oh, I'm so sorry I tried to kill you, Shrek. You've beaten me in battle. Now I am your servant forever. And it's like, oh, okay.
Done deal.
And it's
now
like,
you're
oh,
part of the team, buddy.
And he's like, oh man, I guess my father-in-law tried to kill me. Instead of just going to Fiona and be like, yo, your dad just tried to have me killed by this fucking cat. He's like, oh, I need to go to the fairy godmother because she can fix everything. And because he's also like, immediately they have one stupid fight, and he's like, well, she doesn't love me anymore, man. I can't be around her. She doesn't love me. And he's like looking at his shoes. He's like, well, I have to be a human now, even though we just went through this shit in the last movie. She wants to fuck an ogre.
Yes.
She wants to be an ogre, and she wants to fuck ogres.
But
she doesn't want regular dudes.
Listen, he's getting all these mixed signals now because she's back amongst her family.
Okay.
He's starting to have doubts about the adventures of the first film and the lessons learned.
Sure.
You know,
I do think that they should become human and just let it be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yes, Shrek is a wishy-washy asshole.
A moody fuck that has to like stomp off. So he goes, there's a Keebler Elves joke that just hits like a fucking thud.
Well, the way that they call the fairy godmother is quite weird.
Oh, how's that go?
Because Jennifer Saunders has given Shrek her business card earlier in the film with like a little riddle attached to it.
Oh, it's in bone, and the font is something called Cillian Braille. Oh my God, it's even got a watermark.
Shrek just stabbing a homeless guy in the
American
alley.
Shrekko.
Let's see the king's card.
Shrek solves the mystery of the business card, like how to call, like summon her, and it's you have to cry onto get a tear onto the business card. And the way he does it is he's like, "Hey, donkey, think about before we were friends and how you were fucking horrifically abused by past owners.
Hey, donkey, I'm going to chase you with a chainsaw. I have to return some videotapes later.
Shrek's just
donkey.
threatening to put cigarettes out on him.
Wait, we're not done yet.
Don't just stare at it, donkey. Eat it. Hey, donkey.
Oh my God.
I mean, but yeah, he makes the donkey cry.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And
The
then
thing like calls her. This is a weird. There's a phone thing, right?
It's answering machine.
Puss in Boots stomps Donkey to get him to cry. Finally, which is good.
And they're also
good physical abuse.
The worst fucking joke is Donkey is like jealous of Puss in Boots immediately.
Oh, sure.
And he says, you know what? There's one annoying talking animal already in this movie. I'm like, this movie is nothing but annoying talking animals, you piece of shit. Stop it.
The donkey thinks like they just added another Poochie and he's Poochie, but he doesn't realize we're all Poochie.
It's a world of fucking Poochies.
I think
And
he's
it
just
will
referring
truly
to
be-
the team.
It will truly be a planet of Poochies.
He's referring to the team,
Yes,
Cabin, not the world.
Yes, but I am watching the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not Donkey's problem, Cabin. He doesn't give a fuck what you're doing.
The man who wrote him, it is his problem.
Donkey didn't write the movie.
It's fair, but he doesn't exist.
So they
Doesn't
go to
he?
her factory they got her at her. We got her voicemail, but we're just gonna show up at her job anyway.
Oh man, that's rude.
Totally. They go there. There's things like, oh, that's the old Keebler factory. That's a joke. And they go there. There's like this assistant. There's interesting union stuff here, but I don't know if it's pro union or anti union. Like the guy's like, hey, no one can go in and see my boss. But he's like,
Oh,
well,
right.
we're from the union, and we're gonna shut this place down, man.
Yeah, it's weird to read because he's like, now the guy at the desk is like, oh, we don't even get dental here. And like Shrek is aghast by that, but he's just playing a part.
Well, no, yeah, Shrek isn't trying to bust the union. Shrek is saying that he's from the union, and he's like, we're here to make sure everything in this former cookie factory is up to union code or something.
But there is the suggestion that anybody who is from a union is essentially conning you.
Yeah,
because he goes in there and is trying to steal shit.
There's
I don't know that it's a suggestion that anybody who's from a union
Well,
is
in this
doing
world,
that.
I'm saying.
ogres specifically.
Ogre union.
I mean, ogres lie, dude. They just lie all the time.
So whatever. She shows up. She's like, look, I can't help you. Get the fuck out of my factory, basically. They go into the factory floor, and this is when they're looking for a potion that's going to make Fiona fall back in love, even though they had just had a fucking fight.
You just have to fucking show up.
Exactly. Just talk to somebody.
Yep.
Yes.
You fucking animal.
What an asshole.
And
Fuck you, Shrek.
they go in, and Donkey fucks it up, basically. They're like, hey, Puss in Boots, you're an exciting new character. Could you do cool karate up to that potion? He's like, but of course, I'm an exciting new character. Thank you for giving me something to do in this movie.
I will do anything in this film as long as you make me a toy.
Oh, can I? Anything for my spin-off. Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Do you? Hey, kids, do you like me? Could you imagine 90 minutes of just me?
It's you know
What about a series of 30-minute adventures?
Yes.
Just me.
because
separate.
it is it's a better character
Sure.
than Shrek or anything else in this.
Because it's a fully dimensional thing that's not
Yeah.
being disgusting or intentionally annoying.
And I don't have to like. Apparently, you guys tell me this Stinger scene's all about him fucking things, but watching this movie, every single person in this, donkey, Shrek, human or otherwise, has a sexual goal in mind, and this
That's very
character
true.
did not until apparently this fucking infamous Stinger scene.
Which you will never get to.
There's another one that I'll bring up when it comes up.
But so like he gets there, Donkey does something annoying, which causes the people in the factory to realize that they're there. There's an alarm goes off. There's a big escape
chase scene to a Pete Yorn song.
Cover of the Buzzcocks.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
Oh
yes.
man.
Which, number one, you didn't ever need to cover,
No.
and you didn't never need to put in a movie like this.
Well, you could pay, you can buy Pete Yorn lunch and he'll record the cover versus buying the rights to the Buzzcocks song.
Well, I think it's just a thing where there's a very specific world of music that you're getting,
adult contemporary.
these
It's
movies.
very
Exactly.
adult contemporary.
and like Pete Yorn fits into that.
Buzzcocks would not at
Right,
all.
like Pete Yorn, Eels, all these bands that
Yeah.
you're hearing here, not adult contemporary, but
No, yeah,
like
because like Nick Cave and Tom Waits. And
that, yeah, that stuff too. It's all in this world of like kind of alt rock.
2000, early 2000s.
Yeah, and that's if you had the Buzzcocks in there, it just wouldn't work.
yeah, they had to soften it up.
Yeah, no, exactly. We did skip over. There is an Eels song
Yes.
earlier in the film, just to make sure it's a Shrek movie with Eels.
that's
playing.
from a Shad Sheen. A very Shad Sheen in the stupid movie.
It's the scene where Shrek fucking reads his wife's diary.
Oh my god, what a creep! By the way,
Yeah, you don't do that.
I'm gonna read a 14-year-old girl's diary who I now happen to be married with, and start to apply that logic to present day. Fuck you, Shrek.
Yep.
You fucking piece of shit.
Exactly. This guy's an emotionally abusive
Yes.
asshole.
Yes.
That nobody should be around.
Yes.
He fucking shits on Donkey all the time.
He should
Fiona
be
steps
killed.
out of line and says, "Well, I guess I'll go fucking kill myself."
He
And it's
should.
like, who needs that shit? Who needs to be
Fuck
around
this
that
guy.
ass?
You know what? To be fair, Shrek tried to tell everybody that at the start of the first movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody
You know
fucking
what?
listened, and here we are.
If you meet a guy and he treats you like Shrek, not like no, if
He
he's
could look like Shrek. Yeah,
if he acts like Shrek, if he acts like Prince Charming, they're both fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And you can find better out there. Don't settle for Shrek or Prince Charming.
Don't.
Settle for Puss in
just-
Boots.
Yeah, or
No, you have to
something.
aspire to Puss in Boots. Excuse me.
But like, there's got to be better options out there.
That's fair.
I mean, this is an entire magical kingdom.
So they steal this one potion, which is a happy ever after
Right.
potion, where it's like, oh, if we do this, if we drink this, then Fiona will fall back in love with me, and it's like I'll change, and she'll fall back in love with me, or something.
Yeah.
He makes Donkey drink some first, which is kind of fucked up. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Donkey, this might be poison. Taste my food."
Also, I haven't seen my wife in 12 hours. She's obviously fallen out of love with me.
dude, yeah, heaven
What
forbid
a
if this
fucking asshole.
If this
I can't
woman had a
take this.
fucking cell phone, he would blow it up. Where are you? When you coming back? Hey, here's another text message. Why do you hang out with your family so much? Oh, I miss you. Oh, you don't love me anymore.
You know, the last time we talked on the phone, I heard you laughing with someone. Who were you with? Who were you laughing with?
Take a picture of your friends. I wanna know. Take a picture.
One of those Facebook 3D photos. I want to know where you are, who's with you. You're laughing and lying in the mall food court.
I'm calling you an Uber. Okay, you're gonna get in it and you're coming back.
Oh, okay. So you sent me the photo, but you're laughing at me, aren't you? Like, this guy's a fucking shithead.
Text me your pin. I want to know exactly where on the map you are.
You tweeted mean people suck. Are you subtweeting me? Are you fucking subtweeting me?
This is headed to divorce.
Yeah, well,
There's
absolutely. It
no way
should-
this should continue.
You
Yeah.
do need magical potions to stay with, not because he's an ogre, because he's an asshole.
He
Oh
is
my
an
god, it's the
asshole.
beginning of Social Network. She's like, you think a lot of people are not gonna date you because you're an ogre. Let me rectify that right now, Shrek. it's because you're an asshole.
I'm going to make a website where I can look up all the hot princesses at this school.
Uh-oh, now I'm a billionaire.
I just cost the election to people.
Oh, but I might be friends with Rashida Jones at the end of this one. That's all right.
The donkey's just like pointing at him. You did it. You did it.
In any event, he makes the donkey take it first, and then he takes it. They both like pass out in a barn, and Puss in Boots is like, I guess I am still in this movie. That's exciting. And they both wake up. Donkey is now a magical stallion.
Majestic steed.
And Shrek is a big, sexy man that is fawned over by, you guessed it, big-titted women. 3 different ones. One is Jill of Jack and Jill fame because she offers him a pail of water. I don't know if
I
there's
think
any
you
other.
meant the Adam Sandler film.
No, oh no.
The only famous person to come out of that movie is Al Pacino.
Oh, yeah, that's how you got it. That's how.
Shrek, I want to fuck you. That's my Adam Sandler.
Well, that was Al Pacino's big break with Jack and Jill.
That's right. That's where we're learning about this kid Al Pacino dancing around in that fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Did you hear about this great movie he's in? It's called Righteous Kill. It's going to break through.
Still happy. Probably will eventually.
What, Jack and Jill?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I saw that.
I couldn't actually tell you the last like contemporary-ish Adam Sandler movie I've seen.
Good question.
I saw that Western one he did.
Ridiculous
Ridiculous
Six.
Six. Yeah.
I saw
Didn't
the
we-
Andy Samberg one.
Didn't we just do one a little while ago? I don't know.
Grown Ups 5.
Grown Ups 2. I think that might have been it.
I think that's kind of where I land. Also, I didn't see Cap. What was the one you just said?
I think it's That's My Boy.
That's My Boy.
I
Yeah,
did not see that.
it's Andy Samberg, him, and Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Doof.
So they wake up and these ladies are like, oh my God, Shrek, you're so fucking sexy. Let me suck your dick. And he's like, no, I'm married, ladies. And
Yeah,
like,
this is also where one of them says, like, oh, that name, are you from Europe? Which is
Oh, yeah.
like, what is this world? I know it's supposed to be a fantasy world. Then why even define Europe?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. I saw Pixels.
Oh,
right.
that's
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah,
We
yeah.
did an
Pixels.
episode on it where we break. I know people had mentioned this a lot lately, and in general, that like we said, "Oh my God, a guy like Kevin James, someone uncouth like that, never could be president," and we were wrong.
Yeah.
And Paul Walker got blown up in a fucking fiery explosion. And
This is
yes,
just going to turn into Eric's therapy session. We're sorry, everybody.
more horrible shit's gonna happen because guess what? You got born in the wrong planet in the wrong century.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, did you remember those old episodes? No one could have guessed that Steve was shot in the back of the head behind a Chinese restaurant, but it fucking happened in 2022.
Exactly.
That's going to happen.
I'm telling you now that I am going to die.
Which reminds me, Steve, in 3 years, do you want to get dinner?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I love Chinese food.
And it
Oh my
doesn't
God,
count
they didn't get dinner. Tweet at them.
the Meyerowitz stories, new and selected, which Sandler's
That
in,
counts.
but it's a Noah
That
Baumbach
counts because
movie.
he goes hoppity-doobity-doo.
It doesn't count, right? There's no heebity-deebity.
Oh wait a second! I saw the David Spade movies and
Oh, God, that one where
On
they're
Netflix,
like
yeah.
assassins or something.
I forget, but yes,
The Kevin James. Wait.
No,
No,
it's
that's
him
diff-
and like,
The
No.
do-over? No.
yeah, yes, I think it is
yes,
the
the
do-over.
do-over is like David Spade is like a loser,
Oh,
and he's got
no.
Oh, wow, what a stretch.
he's got fat kids. Oh my God, get me out of here, Adam Sandler! You're so cool.
Yeah.
and he does.
But
The end.
So they wake up and like these ladies are fawning all over him. Like literally, they're being really sexual to Shrek, and he's like, "No, thank you." And they're like, "Wow, we got to go." But Shrek, his old clothes don't fit him that well anymore. So like, there's like we need to find Shrek some clothes
And this
business.
takes way too long because
Yes.
they hold up a stagecoach and they dress Shrek in the driver's wardrobe and it doesn't fit, and then they have to mug also the passenger who turns out to be the son of the driver. Okay.
Before that, the 3 women like gasp in anticipation to see Shrek's balls.
Well, no, yeah, totally. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not like the blowjob joke was a joke, but I mean, like they're really like, oh my God, I want to fuck this dude.
Like this could have easily veered into hardcore pornography.
Easily.
Ralph
Easily.
Bakshi's fucking Shrek 2.
Jesus. Fiona, by the way, on the other hand, the thing is like, oh, when you take this potion, it also affects your wife or your true love.
Oh, right.
So she also is now back to being a human. And John Cleese's like, thank fucking God I don't have to look at that shit.
Oh, wow. Dodged a bullet. I thought that was forever, honey.
No, didn't they dose her? They dosed her tea.
No, that's
Oh,
later.
no,
That's a
no,
love
no,
potion.
no.
That was to like continue it, and John Cleese
Doesn't do it.
pulls like, oh
The
no,
tea,
that's
no,
wrong
the tea dosing is a different thing. The tea dosing is
To get her to love
To get him
Prince
to
Charming.
go back to a frog. Yeah.
They're trying to dose Fiona's tea, and the potion in that
So she lays
is
the egg.
she will fall in love with the first person she kisses. That's why Prince Charming later in the film, whilst pretending to be Shrek, is trying to kiss her so bad because then she'll be drugged for the rest of her life.
That's
being
cool.
Yeah.
tricked into
That's-
thinking that she
that's-
loves
that's
this
great.
person.
It's dope.
Who's also lying about who he is, which is kind of just like the end of Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah. Oh no, you revenge. Like
Yes.
it's
He
like
totally
a
does.
serial revenge of the nerd.
He
I
totally
mean, so
does.
basically, like there's some montagey stuff. He gets clothes. He gets back to the castle.
Two fucking changes.
Oh,
And the cover of this was terrible.
Awful.
Bowie apparently loved this woman's cover so much that he volunteered to do backing vocals on it.
She
Isn't
had-
it Amy Mann?
No,
it's not.
No.
it's like some other lady.
Whoever
Are you-
it is, they had something on Bowie. I don't know what it was. It was dark and deep.
Well, I guess
I'll look it up for you, Kevin, because
Yeah,
it's not Amy Mann.
Oh
swore that
no,
was
not
Amy Mann.
those pictures. I guess I'll be in Shrek too. Oh god. Oh no.
It sounds almost like
Performed by Butterfly Boucher,
Oh,
featuring David Bowie.
it sounds like the Wiggles to contextualize it for people.
The
It sounds-
kids.
Yeah,
band?
it does.
Yes,
It sounds
yes.
like stupid baby music. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's exactly
It
right.
sounds like we're a bunch of stupid fucking babies.
Someone's
I guess
playing the
we are.
xylophone.
I guess we are.
So he gets there, and the fairy godmother ushers him off to a different part of the castle, locks him in nefariously, and then Prince Charming is like, "Oh, look, baby, it's me, Shrek."
Yep.
And she's like, "What? Oh my God, you sound like Rupert Everett." And he's like, "Who?" And no, but it just obviously doesn't sound that way. And she's
But
like,
that's how that has to stop immediately because she
Yeah.
has to be like, "Hey, I've been an ogre
Yeah.
and a person, and I just sound like Cameron Diaz the entire time. Why did my husband
Yeah.
change into a person and now he sounds like fucking Rupert Everett?"
yeah,
Pretty cool, by the way. Cameron Diaz and Rupert Everett being in the same movie.
Oh
Yeah.
right, Best Friend's Wedding.
Yep.
Previous episode as well. And
This is the other thing where sexualizing Puss in Boots, by the way.
what's going on there?
Because she comes out and she sees Donkey as the stallion.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, princess." And
He
Puss,
says we're sexy, by the way.
Puss in Boots is licking his crotch.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Who are you?" And he turns, he's like, "I could be anything you want me to
Oh,
be."
that's right.
That's right.
Well, because it's that Family Guy thing where like humans need to fuck animals. Like I don't think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
You know what? Just for me, I don't
Family
think
Guy
so.
loved to fuck animals. Yeah.
There, I mean, like, there's always that stupid joke where like
Like,
Brian's like literally having sex with women, and it's like,
Right.
okay,
I always hated that. I always fucking hated that. I think there was a thread or at least an episode where he's like dating Drew Barrymore
yes,
or
he
something.
is. Like, they're like just full on dating, and it's like,
yeah, that show's dumb.
so, and that's more of it. There's a lot of Family Guy-esque humor in this. I think this movie's pretty informed by it.
Yeah.
Right. That was all the rage at the time.
It was the early 2000s.
Which
So-
we can leave in the past. I just want to let everyone know you're allowed to do that.
Yep, you're allowed to move on.
Totally possible.
So like now, at this point, I don't know how Shrek breaks out of the thing.
oh, I can tell you.
Oh, please.
Because all his dumbass little fucking friends come out, and then we do a 5 years too late Mission Impossible 1 joke.
Oh my God, yes.
Well, the thing is, he gets caught on Nights, which Eric talked about,
Yes.
where he gets, and there's a white Ford Bronco joke. You want to talk about jokes that are old?
Absolutely. That's literally 10 years too late.
And also it references the double homicide.
Which is hilarious.
You want to laugh at those two people that were fucking senselessly butchered by O.J. Simpson.
But
Definitely.
there's actually good jokes in this night
I like the pepper
sequence.
spray.
Yes,
It's like-
there's a pepper mill.
the pepper
being-
grinder,
Yeah, being put right into Shrek's face, human Shrek's face.
But there's also one that's weird where it's Nights. It's like these characters you didn't even haven't thought about in like an hour and a half, which is Pinocchio and all the rest of them. Just
right.
they're watching this like we're just hanging out at Shrek's house, just sitting here.
Oh, right. This is where they're watching TV.
Yeah, they're just at
and
Shrek's
the
house.
idea that it would be broadcasting live. Who are you kidding?
But
These
Also
people clearly know
television-
nothing about fucking television operations.
They know nothing about television operations. And also, television in the fantasy medieval era. Enjoy.
I don't know, man. They show dog prize shows fucking on TV. You don't think they're going to show a big royal gala?
No, but no,
It's
because
not
what they
Cops.
conflate is Knights, which is a Cops parody. Cops is a pre-recorded television
Yeah.
show. Then with like a news broadcast.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Cops was never live.
No.
No.
Even a lot. I mean, I guess Saturday Night Live might be actually live, but like there are talk shows and other various of the moment shows that are broadcast supposedly live, but they're taped a few hours earlier. And
Yeah.
even like something like the Oscars, there's got to be a little bit of a delay
Yeah,
so
somebody
that
pulls
they
their
could
dick out.
bleep things. Yeah, exactly. So at the very best, they're seeing something briefly in the past.
In any
And
of
this is also where we get Puss in Boots with the dime bag of
Which-
catnip,
that's
which
fun.
might be planted. I mean,
Yeah.
he's Spanish.
Well, doesn't he has some line about like I'm holding it for somebody?
Oh,
Doesn't
does
he
he
say
say
that?
that?
Yeah,
That's
he does
fine.
say that.
That's
Something of that nature.
It's
I
yeah.
mean, he's an
sad.
assassin. Of course he has some.
Yeah, of course.
This-
I got to chill out after the big hit.
Have you ever lived your life taking other lives? Need a little something, man, to just fucking come down at the end of the day.
Hell yeah.
This is the only real dank shit left. I only have stems.
Man, I would love to smoke weed with those vampires, dude.
Oh,
I bet
dude.
that was pretty fucking cool.
I don't know.
Or
I mean,
a cat.
Or Antonio Banderas. You could. Oh,
You're just
definitely.
welcome
You're-
to my house, Eric. Do you want to watch a cool movie and smoke some weed?
Yes.
Here's what
sir.
we're going to do. I'm going to light this thick, icky spliff. Then we are going to watch the film Assassins, and I'm going to give my own behind-the-scenes commentary. That would be fucking odd. You know
That
what?
would be
That would
amazing.
fucking rule.
That movie sucks ass, but I
Yep.
would love to do
No,
this.
and he would be like, and you know, this movie totally sucks ass.
Oh my God. I love it.
Oh no, I'm
Sylvester
definitely not.
Stallone was a fucking asshole.
I'm not going to suck your blood. Of course not. Why would I do that? It's just going to be an innocent vampire hangout.
No, we're talking about hanging out with real Antonio Banderas.
But we began with the vampire.
Yeah, I know, but
we
you're
got a
like,
little bit of both
you're
going.
like 3 minutes behind now.
I
Come
am
on. Keep
3
up.
minutes.
You need some of that catnip.
Yes, that's the
We
slowdown.
might- We might get back to vampires when we're fucking like it's now 3:30 in the morning. Would you like to talk about vampires? The thing is, I would love just to hang out with Antonio Banderas for a whole day and night.
Yep.
And I feel like I want to be a Make-A-Wish kid now.
I gotta tell you that guest room's got to be pretty sweet.
Oh,
my God.
absolutely.
Oh, you could just pass out here for a few hours or days.
Yeah, a couple of days.
Oh my God, his estate. Yes. And then like he's got to go to Europe for a few days. He tosses me the keys. He's like, Eric, stay a while. Just lock up when you go. Or like, oh, leave it under the mat. Oh my God. Yes.
That
Antonio.
would be Casa de Banderas, dude. Pretty
Call
badass.
us.
Would you like the best eggs Benedict you ever had? Because I'm about to make them.
Oh my God. Antonio. cook-
Banderas Benedict. there's a little bit of chorizo.
a Banderas breakfast?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Him cooking us breakfast?
Oh, sure, dude. Totally.
Now I
to
just want
feed the pigs.
Oh god. Yeah, he's like secretly he's just talking to other people. Oh my god, I can't believe they ate 8 eggs between all of them.
When I take you for Banderas breakfast, I'll tell you some cool behind-the-scenes facts of Desperado.
I was going to give them an avocado, but they ate the whole tree.
Shit, I'm literally out of food. Who wants Domino's, right? That's
Dude, eating trash pizza with Antonio Banderas?
Oh no, he wouldn't. I'm just going to have this spring water. You enjoy your Domino's. I feel like my asshole would fall out if I ever even looked at that.
This is
Oh
where the
shit! I didn't get the pizza insurance. Excuse
Oh,
me,
I don't-
Mr. Domino, Senor Domino's.
I don't know how this happened. I just looked at the pizza and now I have diarrhea.
not uncommon with Domino's, dude.
It's just in the air.
So whatever.
This is where the Mission Impossible
Yeah,
parody
yeah,
happens, and it is specifically that first Mission Impossible. I know that Mission Impossible 2 came out. What was that, Captain? 2002,
The first one?
or was it 2000? No, the second one.
The second
John
one's
Woo movie.
2002.
But this is definitely the 1996 Brian De Palma because we have the fucking
the
he's
drop
flying down. Pinocchio gets it's like Pinocchio's strings are doing it.
And they're like, oh, we need you to lie, Pinocchio. You know what, Pinocchio? Say you're wearing ladies' underwear. And he's like, I'm wearing ladies' underwear. And it's like, well, why didn't your nose grow? And it's like, ah. And they're like, you are wearing ladies' underwear. And like, he's like, no, I'm not. And then his nose grows. And like some dad somewhere in a Hawaiian shirt is slapping that knee.
Who gives a shit about what underwear people prefer to wear?
Yeah. And he's not even a person. He's a fucking living doll.
So it's somebody has the line, we gotta stop that kiss.
So they're like, oh, hey, he asks the gingerbread man's like, do you still know the Muffin Man? And it's like,
The Muffin Man?
Yeah.
Muffin Man.
So they go to the Muffin Man's house, and he's
There's so much stupid in this like one sequence. I just can't even believe it.
he makes an enormous gingerbread man who's like 30 feet tall.
Mongo.
Yeah, which is
Which
a Blazing Saddles reference.
But while they're baking, we get the nice shot of the exterior of the gingerbread man's house on Drury Lane, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And there's like lightning striking. It's a fucking Frankenstein parody,
Yeah.
dude. Someone's screaming, "It's alive!"
I think the gingerbread man screams, "It's alive!
Oh,
It's alive! It's
God,
alive!"
that
It's
is just
kinda,
so
you know,
fucking
just-
stupid.
You know what, guys? We don't need to watch Shrek 2. We could just hang out. You know,
Oh, yes, please.
The fairy godmother starts singing the "I Need a Hero" tune.
yeah, and they're getting closer to kiss. There's a Joan Rivers bit somewhere in here where like
Oh, I think that's a while back.
Yeah, it's a while
people
back.
they're having like some sort of ball or
It's
something.
a
at the
gala to get like Prince Charming and her together. Like,
Oh, I see.
this is the new couple. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody!
Right,
I
'cause
guess
they're
he's-
coming out
we do
party.
this.
Prince Charming's impersonating Shrek at this
Yeah.
point. Like, hey, I'm Shrek, even
Yeah.
though I have no personality that resembles Shrek, which you'd think would be a plus, but it's not.
yeah, exactly. I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, Fiona's running around like he's not acting anything like Shrek, and I'm like, and the problem is,
I went to the bathroom. No text messages. What are we talking about here?
He's not super controlling over everything.
I got lunch with a male friend, posted it on Instagram, and didn't get a phone call.
The fuck is that?
Is that fucking Gary? You're always talking about Gary from The Office.
Did you order sex for lunch?
In any event, yes, this is when the what do you call it? The gingerbread man is like trying to storm the castle, and they're
Right.
like,
That's why they bake him in the first place, by
Yeah.
the way, is to get around all the guards and whatnot.
sure, and they're like dumping milk on his head,
That's dumb.
and like it's actually pretty horrific how this thing dies, right,
It's
Chris?
fucking-
Well, I mean, you would think it's gonna fall apart in the water.
Yeah.
Like you think it dissolves. Like that's the thing is like I was like, oh, this is horrific. The first part, like
Yeah.
they pour a giant espresso
Oh,
on
right.
it, and that's supposed to melt it. Apparently, it doesn't.
Well, it rips his arms and legs off.
But at the end, but then it falls in the water, and you're like, this thing is gonna fall apart to nothingness.
Yeah.
This just born magical being, and then
like, it definitely. I'm sure they tried it and they killed like a biscotti or something.
let's
So
try
they
this
would-
one first.
Yes, so they tried
But
it
the-
again.
But then later at the end of the movie, the fucking Mongo's fine. He's
Yeah.
singing under the water.
Yeah,
and all
he's
they gotta
totally
do is
alive.
pull him out.
Yep. It
Oh,
sucks.
yeah, exactly.
But like, why you birth this beast into the world? Like,
this
say
is
what you want-
abomination. Excuse
Yes, exactly. It's abomination. But like, you're trying to get back to your lady fair or something, but you're like, I'm gonna birth this fucking abomination onto the world that's gonna destroy various buildings throughout, far, far away, and then lay siege to this castle. It's extreme. You know, like you could find another way
Into
that
the castle. Yeah, I agree.
The most horrific thing to me is not that. It's the fiery gumdrop thing.
Oh, right.
If that thing landed on you, you would die a death that nobody should die.
Oh yeah, that's also why fucking Walter Peck and Ghostbusters should definitely be dead. Because super
Yeah.
fucking heated, melted marshmallow like that, just drowning you.
It would rip your. It would
Burn
like
you.
melt your skin.
Yeah,
a
your
little
skin's
bit, for
going.
sure.
We'll go
Yeah, that
by.
dude should definitely be dead.
You're gonna look like Hellraiser guy.
So
Or
the-
best case scenario.
or maybe like the RoboCop guy that gets hit by acid.
oh right.
Get off of me!
Also, when when he gets hit with the fireball and it makes like the gumdrop button fall
Yeah.
off, this Mongo creature goes, and it's like a Godzilla joke.
Yeah.
Again, you're just like making me think about other movies I'd rather be watching.
There's also
Meanwhile-
jokes about like he stops to try to drink some of the Farbucks coffee off the sign.
Yeah.
Like he rips down the sign and Howard.
Just don't look. Just don't look.
You know, you should have got, because there's so many pop culture references anyway, it's all these guards trying to put him down. You need to get like Harold Ramis and Ernie Hudson,
Yep.
and they're like trying to do it. And like, if someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Yep. Yeah. I need a Ghostbusters joke in here.
Mm.
You got to make a Stay
I mean,
Puft
you're,
joke.
you're just doing it.
Well,
You're
yeah,
just
you're
doing
literally
Stay
just
Puft.
doing it.
So
I mean, they could have been the guys at the wall who are trying to kill Mongo.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Nobody
Why not?
steps in a Farbucks in my town. Let's
Yep.
roast him. You know?
Exactly. Yep.
That's something.
It's all right there.
So then Shrek gets into the fucking gala and all the stupid shit happens.
Yeah.
It's really fucking stupid.
thank you for listening this
Oh,
week.
wait a second
That's the
though.
end.
Another fucking sick ref when Mongo is like, you initially think he's defeated because he falls backwards
Yeah.
into the river as he's drowning, and the little gingerbread man's like on him, and then like someone quickly scoops him up and saves the little guy. He fucking does "Be Good" from E.T.
Yeah.
as he's drowning.
Fuck that.
Don't make me think about a time I cried during a Steven Spielberg
Would have much
movie.
preferred a Pray for Mongo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So they get in and like Prince Charming steals a kiss from Fiona. It doesn't work because they're not true loves, and she sees Shrek.
No,
anyway.
it doesn't work because the king didn't do it. Dude.
Oh, that's right.
He fucking chickened out and didn't poison his own daughter.
That's a good idea.
Poisoned himself instead.
They kiss. Nothing happens. Like what? And she headbutts him. That's her. Like, because I mean, like Cameron Diaz is just not in this movie. by
She's
the way.
not at all, which is unfortunate because she's one of the best parts of the first movie.
She headbutts him. Yay, girl power. That's the end to him. And then like basically the what do you call it? The fairy godmother like tries to zap Shrek. The king jumps in front of it. But he's wearing like mirror armor, which makes it bounce back at her. She turns into nothing. by the way.
Second
Yes.
Shrek movie in a row where like the villain has a horrendous fucking death.
She turns into bubbles.
Yeah, that's
that's
kind of
the-
disgusting.
Horrible.
What a
But
way to go, dude! You're just made of
also-
soap.
Weirdly, like you'd think it would reflect back at her and it would take care of her, but then it also fucks up the king and he reverts back to what I guess he was the frog prince
Originally,
of
yeah.
fairy tale lore.
Yeah.
Well, their agreement was canceled, I assume, after that, when
Right.
she turns into fucking nothing.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what did it.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Right?
They
Like
said
her
she-
death,
Oh,
nullifies the whole
smart.
thing. Yeah.
And then he turns into a frog, which calls back to
I was just gonna say,
scene
yep, good
in
call.
the bar where fucking the king is sitting at the bar with Larry King,
Yeah.
and the lipsticked frog says, "Do I know you?
Yep.
Because the
Yep.
frog fucked the female frog. Do you get it, little kids? The fucking frog kissed and fucked the lady frog.
So there's
Enjoy
definitely-
that shit."
There's definitely a few tadpoles out there because now I forgot.
Those
the
are
frogs-
little tadpoles, Eric. They're
but
not the big ones.
Yeah, but frogs, they come out tadpoles.
Well, also, I mean, we're talking like 30, 40 years at this point. There's probably full on. He's got full on frog sons. He's got
you're
frog
probably-
sons all
Well,
around.
they're probably already dead or about run over by cars or whatever.
Trampled the so that's that there, and Shrek goes up to Fiona. This is like the emotional thing in the movie where it's like, look, I turned into a fucking human being for you. Look at my over animated chest hair. Isn't that a bit too much?
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It
Also,
is.
Shrek as a human kind of looks like Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, he does.
Just the
does.
slightest bit.
So they're like, look, do you want to stay as he's like, I turned into a human. This is what you want. And she's like, no, you idiot. Remember the last fucking movie? He's like, but I sent you an email and it took you like an hour to get back to me. That means you're mad at me, right? And she's like, no, I just had fucking shit to do, you fucking creepy dude.
I called Maid Mary and she said that you were at her house the other night.
So he's like,
By the way, they have till midnight.
Yes,
is
it's
the
like,
whole thing. The
do you-
spell is going to wear off.
do you want, if I kiss you now, we'll stay like this forever? And she's like, well, don't kiss me because I want to turn back into an ogre.
Yeah.
And they turn back into ogres because that's been the fucking point of the last movie. And it's
But
the
of
point
course,
of this movie too.
this is the land of spells, curses, hexes, and otherwise.
Sure.
If you change your mind, man, there's always a fucking sequel. You can take another potion.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
really good
Does
point.
Let's do
not
it.
matter. Does not matter at all.
So we get there first. It was the fairy godmother did. I need a hero.
Yeah.
Yep.
We go into Donkey and
Oh,
Puss
man.
in Boots. doing Living La Vida Loca,
Yeah.
which
oh my God.
was
Which is
of the time, I believe, or not.
1999.
That's
So
close.
we're 5 years.
That's 5 years.
We got Mission Impossible at 1996. Livin' La Vida Loca came out in 1999.
Actually, that might be the exact Eric. This might be the exact
No.
difference between what was it, the
Macarena,
Macarena and the
yeah.
first
Oh,
one?
yeah,
The
yeah.
time period, it might be the
Oh,
exact
shit.
same.
Cabin, you're totally right.
It's too much. This is the part of the movie where I'm just like, should I put a syringe into my face?
And,
And
do
that's-
what?
See, this is the problem.
I don't know.
You were
Suck or push?
you were so disgusted. You're like, well, that's the end of the movie. You hit stop.
Yes,
What
I
you
did.
missed was, ladies and gentlemen, the stinger scene.
Sure.
You know, was this like mid credits?
It's mid credits.
Mid credits.
Not very end. Did you guys watch all the way to the
Yeah,
end?
I did.
Yeah,
I-
there's
well,
nothing.
I
Well, no,
fast forwarded. Yeah,
I mean, because they do. They're starting to do the credits during La Vida Loca.
yeah.
And then this happens. Now, first of all, it begins with Puss in Boots is going to fuck 2 women.
Yeah, he's
Right.
got two,
And then
like,
he's
beautiful,
offering a
long,
burrow
like,
to
wow.
fucking Donkey.
And what's crazy is he walks in and he's like, "Oh, donkey, would you like to come out and party?" And I was like,
I'm
"Oh,
going
okay."
to the orgy house.
Well, so he's got like a lady for himself,
Uh-huh.
right? Keeping up the hilarious gag of animals fucking human beings.
Love it.
And then there's also a lady friend
Mm-hmm.
for Donkey. But no, you're right, Steve, because he says, "We could find you a burro."
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this cat
Yeah.
wearing clothes
Mhm.
and a hat and carrying a sword.
Well,
It's about to have sexual intercourse with 2 women. It's astounding enough that a cat would fuck 1 woman. But a cat is fucking 2 women at the same time. It is outrageous.
At least makes sense. The cat went to a cat house.
Yeah.
That makes some sense.
Your
How about-
Cabin, how is that joke not? I just came back from the cat house. Like,
Get-
how is that not in there?
Get me a fucking another cat with a bow in her hair, and it's like, this is my
She's got a
beautiful,
bow in
sexy
her hair.
lady.
We should also mention quickly that Prince Charming's ending is being sexually assaulted by Larry King.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
And
That's
it's,
true,
like,
yeah.
it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Okay, so those
hilarious.
so that
Puss in
happens.
Boots and Donkey fuck and like
No, no, no,
dragons
no,
and-
no, 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 no,
You're
shut
getting
up.
ahead of yourself.
You didn't watch it.
So
You're
what
making assumptions.
I thought you said you just had a big orgy.
No, the invitation is there. He's trying to get the angle on the threesome. He's like, "Hey, Donkey, why don't you come out? We'll find you a burro to fuck."
Right, yeah.
Eric,
Donkey
you're
turns
out
it
of
down.
your element.
Which sounds like such a.
It's like a 5-way, like, okay, Puss in Boots is having sex with 2 women, and then the other corner of this darkened room is this donkey.
Well, right. It's like
fucking
the
a
sex
burro.
scene in Fargo.
Yes,
Or
exactly.
not, not dissimilar.
Or like any scene in autofocus.
And then all of a sudden, this enormous,
Defoe.
this 6
We're
foot,
making Shrek too.
or a 6'4" Native American guy comes in, takes his belt off, and starts hitting Puss in Boots. You little piece of shit! You fucking weasel!
Oh my God.
Eric, what actually now here is what you really want to hear.
Okay, please.
The dragon comes back, arrives.
Comes-
Oh, right. Because Eddie Murphy's like, "No, I don't want to go out with you, Puss in Boots. I'm really sad that Dragon left me."
Yeah.
And Dragon comes back, and they have a very loving, like, "Oh, hey, I missed you so much," and all those things. She like growls once or twice,
Yeah.
and what flies down onto his lap?
Just-
But a bunch of donkey dragons,
They're half
little
donkey,
tiny
half
donkey
dragon.
dragons.
I'm not
Yep.
kidding you. Yes.
No.
No.
A litter
How
of
does
them.
this look?
It's-
I'll show you
So-
because
okay,
I fucking tweeted a photograph of it yesterday.
It's,
Oh my
it's
lord!
because he's like, and his joke is like, "Oh my god, I'm a dad. Oh, look at my little mutant children." He says the joke is my little mutant children.
Oh no!
There it
Oh,
is, dude.
God.
There's like 6 of them in reality. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just one of them.
I'm gonna puke.
Well, and I mean, like, you know what? Everyone, if
That's
you've turned off this
disgusting.
episode already, which is fine, you're like, "Oh god, those guys are obsessed with sex."
You know
why do they? Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing.
The
This
movie's obsessed with sex.
They don't need to have children. You know, if Donkey and Dragon are in love with each other, that's fine.
Just
They're
make 'em-
fucking and fathering children.
Yeah.
You know how you
Hybrids.
fix this? Like, oh hey Shrek, I'm donkey. Turns out I'm a mule. I can't have kids. Problem solved. And then I don't have to see those fucking godless abominations.
You didn't see it. You turned it off.
You just showed me a fucking photograph, and that's enough. Enough, Shrek. Enough.
Apparently, though, I saw some poor bastard on Twitter was telling me he was working somewhere, and like when that came out, like I guess DreamWorks really tried to make those things like
A
the
thing.
thing. Like they're like the
Yeah.
minions of the time, and there was like stuffed animals of
Who
them.
would want that in their house?
I believe
I
they're
don't
featured
know.
prominently in the third one.
I bet they're all
Because
little,
he's
little
they're-
scamps.
Because Shrek is trying to make a baby Shrek.
But that's what you're left on. That's like the end visual
exactly.
of the movie is him just covered in a bunch of his offspring. They all
Yeah.
they jump on him.
That's
like daddy,
disgusting.
daddy. Yeah.
This vile.
It's horrifying.
Well, I mean, if considering that the next one is all about them birthing a Shrek baby, it is kind of like the stinger with Thor and Doctor Strange meeting. Like, this is what's going to happen next
Yeah.
time, guys. Get excited. More
You know,
abominations for everybody.
Cabin, you just gave me a great idea, man, because on our commentaries recently with the Twilight movies, going along with the theme of monsters trying to have children, maybe Shrek the Third is a commentary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm just saying,
It might-
patreon.com/we hate
It
movies.
might be there.
Shrek the Third. How many were 4 theatrically released?
4
films?
theatrically released. There might have been a Christmas one.
There's all sorts of specials.
but I don't know if those were released in theater. I think those were all TV things.
No, because it was Shrek
I
the
think
Third.
they've been mulling around a fifth one, which might actually still be in works.
Is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
Lord
Yeah, they've-
Almighty.
Or a reboot, maybe?
I
yeah,
doubt,
reboot it. That makes total
I
sense.
doubt they're going to reboot
With,
it.
um,
Mike Myers
With
is all over
Redbeard
this shit.
from Game of Thrones or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh yeah, that guy could definitely play Shrek.
Redbeard. I mean, he played Thormund Giantsbane.
Yeah.
He's in Force Majeure also.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's great in that, and also he was in The Fate of the Furious, which is
Yes.
a previous
He's a
episode.
piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit in the movie.
No. The movie's a piece of shit.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
That guy I'm saying seems pretty cool.
He's fine.
Oh,
He's a
he
good
seems
I'd love to
fucking
hang
great.
with
Good
that.
Exactly. I'd fucking smoke weed in his guest house.
Would anybody recommend Shrek 2?
No. And I actually think that this is actually the animation is better.
Yep.
This is worse. I think the message is redundant and diluted and confused. The pop culture stuff is amplified. It's just not for me. It's a no.
It's also incredibly boring.
Yeah.
That was the big you lose a lot of like the stuff that made me want to vomit in the first one.
Yes.
But this one is just there's nothing happening.
But
other
Banderas
than
rules.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Banderas rules.
Yeah, he's good. And but like toss this. Never watch it.
I actually think this is top to bottom a better movie than Shrek 1.
All right.
And
Mhm.
it's still not worthy of a recommendation. But I was surprised, legitimately surprised watching this that it wasn't as what I deem as bad as Shrek 1.
Interesting. Yeah, don't watch this movie. You know, I'm sure if you have kids out there, maybe you've already been forced to watch stuff from the Shrek.
I don't know. We're in
franchise.
Minion verse. I don't know.
Are we
Right, if
dipping
you-
back into Shrek land?
Yeah, I don't know if little kids are watching this. I mean, I have little nephews that no one's talking about Shrek.
Are you
Are
sure?
they
Shrek
watching
Lord.
the Puss in Boots Netflix show?
Not
Text
that I've
them right
seen.
now.
I'm not going to text a child at 10 o'clock at night.
Shouldn't text a child ever, first
Yeah,
of
that's
all. Related or not, don't be texting children. Yeah, no, I think it's a total fucking piece of shit. I remember seeing it, and I will admit to this, I remember seeing it in the theater and enjoying it. And looking back, it doesn't hold up. It's fucking weird. And its
And
whole,
you were college aged.
yeah, I was like, what, 20-something years old when this movie came out? Yeah,
and you
yeah.
were enjoying it.
I did. I remember enjoying it. I remember specifically sitting in the theater when the big cookies
Yeah.
walk in, you know, and I was like, this is fucking cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm digging it.
Academy
This is-
Award.
I sure hope this becomes the first sequel to be nominated for Best Animated Feature.
Last night was the first time I ever watched this.
First and last for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2010 was Shrek Forever After. Plotline: Rumpelstiltskin tricks a midlife crisis burdened Shrek into allowing himself to be erased from existence and
Good.
cast in a dark alternate timeline where Rumpel rules supreme.
Stop. Great movie.
Oh, there's no resolution. I guess I just never existed.
Whoa, you got John Hamm in this movie.
Oh, of course.
Jane Lynch, Craig Robinson,
So this
Lake
is just gonna
Bell,
be It's a
Kathy
Wonderful
Griffin,
Life.
Mary Kay Place,
Yeah.
Kristen Shaw,
I'm sure we'll get there.
Meredith Vieira, Ryan Seacrest, Larry King is back.
Yeah, of course there's a bunch of fucking piece of shit celebrities from
Regis?
the E! Channel. Fucking yawn. Oh, great. Where's Carson Daly playing an elf? Fuck you, Shrek.
That is Shrek 2 from 2004, directed by Andrew Adamson, Kelly Asbury, and Conrad Vernon. If you want more We Hate Movies, head on over patreon.com/We Hate Movies.
Ooh, let's talk about what's up there for this month. We've got Death Wish.
That's right.
2018.
Bruce Willis snoozing through a motion picture.
Right. And what else do we got going on? Chris Cabin. It's something that's tied in to this movie.
We are going to do an animation damnation on the Netflix Puss in Boots that ran for 6 fucking seasons.
Every time I see that number, I'm shocked.
And we're also doing, obviously, another Nexus, which we're doing City on the Edge of Tomorrow.
Forever.
City on the Edge of... I always get that wrong. City on the Edge of Forever and
Great
Elementary, dear Data.
So one classic episode of television and one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen.
And yeah, and we also have the Twilight Mentary that dropped late last month. You can still get that. You can
Positive reaction to that, by the way.
Right,
People
and
like listening to us get drunk on the air.
I want to mention, like, if you're not familiar with the commentary tracks we do or the Nexus, there are clips of these little sample clippings that you could find on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/We Hate Movies. In addition to that, you can also get the mailbag episodes almost a month early, basically a month early.
Yeah.
And there's some visual gags going on in
you
there.
want to watch them, I think.
That's
yes.
right. So that's what's going on over on the Patreon, on the other side of the paywall, as it were. So check that out. Support the show. We would greatly appreciate it. Now, as always, We Hate Movies rolls on, never missing a week here on the show.
Never, ever.
Steve, what fucking wretched undertaking are we getting ourselves into next time?
17 again.
This is
There it comes.
Zach, what's his face? Efron?
Zac
Zac
Efron and Matthew Perry.
So until next time with Body Swapping Magic, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
Eric says,
Take it easy.
That was a HeadGum podcast.